Turkey has expelled the Israeli ambassador and severed all military ties with the country over its refusal to apologise for last May's Gaza flotilla raid. Well, this comes on the heels of a UN investigation into the deadly attack, which was obtained by the New York Times. Well, the report found that Israel used excessive force during the raid, but that its blockade of Gaza is legal. Let's get more now from our correspondent Paula Sleer. Paula, this slump in relations was definitely not what the UN investigation was trying to achieve, was it?
Well, it certainly wasn't. What we are hearing now from Turkey is that it is expelling the Israeli ambassador from Ankara with immediate effect. Now, this follows Israel's refusal to apologize for killing 9 Turkish citizens who were part of that first flotilla attempt to break the Israeli blockade on Gaza. We are hearing from the Turkish foreign minister that in addition to expelling the Israeli ambassador, they are also downgrading all diplomatic ties between both countries to the level of second secretary, and that they are freezing all military cooperation. Now, initially, Turkey had given the Israelis the deadline of the publication of this UN report as the time by which they expected and were hoping and were planning for an apology. But last night, Thursday, the New York Times published the UN report. That report found that the Israelis had used, to quote it, excessive and unreasonable force, and that the loss of Turkish life had been unacceptable. The report also pointed to forensic reports, and those reports showed that a number of people who had been killed were killed with multiple shots to their back, their neck, and shots that were fired at close range. At the same time, the report said that people, the crew and passengers on board this Mavi Marmara, the largest vessel that was part of that flotilla attempt, had been significantly mistreated. The report, though, did find that the Israeli blockade on Gaza was not illegal. It said it did comply with international law, and it did say that those Israeli commando units that had stormed the ship were met with force and had the right to respond with force. Now, Israel in the past has expressed regret at the loss of life, but it has so far refused to apologize because it is afraid that this will institute legal claims and that it will also set some kind of precedent that will be very hard for the Israeli government to deal with in future.
And Paula, the timing of this report is crucial, isn't it, for Palestinians determined to fight for their statehood?
The timing certainly is significant. In 20 days, on September the 20th, the Palestinian leadership will be appealing to the United Nations General Assembly to accept their unilateral declaration of a Palestinian state. Now, there are already growing concerns here on the ground that there could be violence at this time. Throughout the week, we were following reports of the Israeli army arming settlers. There were reports that they were arming them with stun grenades and tear gas. So this report of the downgrading of relationships between Israel and Turkey comes at a particularly bad time when the situation on the ground is already tense and could potentially just be exacerbated even further.
OK, Paula, many thanks for that. Our correspondent Paula Sleer reporting there.